And we are rolling. It's a new look. I've completely shaved the beard. The wife is happy, so life is good. Guys, it's the sport round. Here we go. Fun quiz. It's a sports fun quiz to mix up and spice up your life during this COVID era. 15 questions for all those sport fans out there. So if you're not into sport, this quiz is not for you, but give it a go anyway. You never know. 15 questions. Get your pens and papers ready. If you have not already, make sure that you subscribe to the channel because it's fun and it's zesty. Are you ready? Here we go. By the way, big shout out to Rob Martin from CrossFit Mallorca. He's an absolute beast. He's a legend. If you go to Mallorca, go check out Rob Martin. He's the man. And also a big shout out to Rodney Trotter and Aidan Monday from Andover. Big shout out. Here we go. 15 questions, people. It's a sport round. Question number 1. What country, we're going to warm you up here. What country is the fastest man in the world from? Okay, so at the moment, the fastest man in the world, what country is he from? That is question number 1. Yeah. Oh, he's just knocked I'm getting a bit excited now. I've just knocked the camera. Okay, let me start again. So yeah, question number 1. What country is the fastest man in the world from? Question number 2. In tennis, after deuce, what would be the score? So in tennis, after deuce, what would be the score? What's that word I'm looking for? That's question number 2. Question number 3 in sports. 10-pin bowling with your first go. 10-pin bowling with your first go, you knock down all the pins. What's it called? Okay. So in 10-pin bowling with your first go, you knock down all the pins. What is that called? I'm looking for the name. Okay, so that's question number 3. We are in sport. Moving on to question number 4. Question number 4 in sport. Who has won the most Grand Prix races? At the moment, it's 91. This person, I'm looking for first name and the last name. Which Formula 1 racer has won the most Grand Prix? 91 in total, okay? So which Formula 1 racer has won the most wins? That's question number 4 in sport. Moving on to question number 5. It's a multi-answer question. And when it's a multi-answer question, we hit you up with some spicy and zesty music. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds to tell me which three sports make up a triathlon. Yeah. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. Which 3 sports make up a triathlon? 3. Yeah. 5 seconds. Done. Yes, big shout out to William Sanialu. Moving on to question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Question number 6. What football team play their home games at the Emirates Stadium? Okay, what football team play their home games at the Emirates Stadium? Premier League football team. Okay, what Premier League football team play their home games at the Emirates Stadium? Moving on to the next question. In darts, any dart fans out there? In darts, the number 20 sits at the very top. What number is at the bottom? Okay, so the number 20 on a dartboard is at the very top. What number is opposite at the bottom? Okay. Moving on to question, I haven't even written these questions down in numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that was question number 7, guys. Moving on to question number 8. And we are in snooker. So in snooker, what is the highest break score that you can get in snooker? What is the highest possible break? And for anyone who's not into snooker, I'll give you some multi-answers. So we have got, is it 150? Is it 143? Or is it 147? What's the highest break that you can get in snooker? If you don't know, give it a guess, people. Give it a good old guess. Question number 9. What year did the UK most recently host the Olympics? What year did the United Kingdom most recently host the Olympics? They've hosted it a few times, but when was it? It was quite recent, okay? So I'm looking for a year. So I think you should all get that. So I'm going to be very tough and harsh on you, and I'm not going to give you a multi-answer question for that one, okay? But it was reasonably recently. Good word there, reasonably recently. Okay, so that's question number 9. What year did the UK most recently host the Olympic Games? Moving on to question number 10. Name me the 2 famous Ukrainian heavyweight boxers. Name me the famous 2 heavyweight Ukrainian boxers. They are brothers, and I'm looking for their surnames only, okay? So the surname only is what I'm looking for. So out there, those boxing fans, you should be able to get this. So name me the famous brothers from Ukraine. They are heavyweight boxers, and I'm looking for their surname. Moving on to question number 11 in the fun sports quiz. Question number 11. Tennis ball. Baseball. But what do you hit a badminton with? A badminton? In badminton, what do you hit it with? Is it a ball? What's it called? So in tennis, you hit a tennis ball. I should rephrase that question, shouldn't I? In tennis, you hit a tennis ball. In baseball, you hit a baseball. But in badminton, what do you hit? What's it called? The choice is yours. That's question number 11. Moving on to question number 12 in sport. It's a multi-answer question, and we are in football. So once again, a big shout out to all those football fans. Question number 12 in sport. Name me three Premier League football teams that start with the letter W. Yeah. 3 Premier League football teams that start with the letter W. We're in the year 2020, so if you're watching this in the future, then it's maybe not going to be applicable. But anyway, if you don't know, give it a guess. 3 Premier League football teams that start with the letter W. Yeah! Question number 13. Who is the current presenter of the sports TV show Match of the Day? Who is the current presenter of the famous sports TV show, football TV show called Match of the Day? What's his name? First name and last name, please, people. And then moving on to question number 14 in the spicy sports quiz. It's a multi-answer question again that you'll be happy to hear. And I want you to name me 3 sports. Again, that 3, I love that number 3. 3 is the magic number. Name me 3 sports that start with the letter H. CrossFit Mallorca. Big shout out to Silka. 3 sports that start with the letter H, people. There are more, but can you name 3? Yeah. That was question number 14 in the sports quiz. We're now on to the very last question, question 15. This is it. That's the end of the quiz. And it is the guesstimate round. I know that people always love the guesstimate round, and a big shout out to Chris Newth, who hates my guesstimate music, but I'm going to play it anyway. Big shout out to Chris, big shout out to Jasmine. Guesstimate round. This is where you guess the ages of famous people, then you put it together. So here's the question. Last question of the quiz. Roger Federer. How old is he? Okay, that's not the question, but how old is Roger Federer's age and Tiger Woods? So Roger Federer's age, Tiger Woods, his age, put it together. What do you have? That's the guesstimate round.
It's time to guess. It's guesstimate time. It's time to guess. Oh yeah, it's the guesstimate round. Yeah, baby.
That's the guesstimate round. So that was the last question. Question number 15 is Roger Federer's age, Tiger Woods' age right now. Mix it together. What's that number? I'm looking for a number, people. Spoiler alert, quiz is done. We're now going through the answers. Question number 1, who's the current fastest man in the world? What country is he from? Usain Bolt is the fastest man in the world at the moment, and he is from Jamaica. The score in tennis after deuce would be advantage, so I'm looking for the word advantage. Question number 3 in 10-pin bowling. With your first go, you knock down all the pins. What is it called? It's called a strike. Okay, so that's the answer for question number 3. Question number 4, the most Grand Prix wins, 91. It's not Lewis Hamilton, it's the legend Michael Schumacher. Michael Schumacher with 91 wins, and that's question number 4. Question number 5, triathlon. What 3 sports make up a triathlon? It's swimming, it's cycling, and then it's also running. So swimming, cycling, and running were the answers. Moving on to question number 6, who plays their home games at the Emirates Stadium? It is Arsenal Football Club. That's the question, that's the answer, sorry, for question number 6, okay? Moving on to question number 7. What number is directly below the number 20 in a dartboard? What sits at the bottom? And it is the number 3. Yeah, I told you 3 is a magic number. What's the highest break in a game of snooker? It is 147. 147. So question number 8, the answer is 147. Question number 9. What year did the UK most recently host the Olympics? It was 2012. Great Olympics, love that. Question number 10. Name of the 2 famous heavyweight boxers from Ukraine. It is the Klitschko. So if you haven't spelled it right, doesn't matter. But the word I'm looking for, or the surname, was Klitschko's. You could have had Vladimir and also Vitaly if you wanted to get smart and cocky. Moving on to question number 11, tennis ball. With tennis, you hit a ball, tennis ball. With baseball, you hit a baseball. But with badminton, there's no ball. There is a shuttlecock. Shuttlecock. So that is question and the answer, number 11. So the answer in badminton, what do you hit? It is a shuttlecock. Question number 12, the 3 Premier League teams that start with the letter W would be West Ham, Wolves, and Watford. So big shout out to Sean Palmer. Great singer, Sean P. Check him out on Beatport and Traxsource if you don't know about Sean Palmer. So the answer is West Ham, Wolves, and Watford. Number 13, who is the current presenter of Match of the Day? It's Gary Lineker, the legend himself. And then question number 14, 3 sports starting with H. You could have had hockey, handball, hang gliding. If you want to throw in a horse there, you could have had horse riding, horse racing. There are many other sports. Hammer in the Olympics, so there's 6. If there are more, let me know. Hit me up in the comments. And very lastly, the last question of the fun sports quiz. Remember, it's only fun, it's not mastermind. The fun sports quiz. Roger Federer is 38. Tiger Woods is 44. So the answer for the guesstimate round is 82. That's the answer. 15 questions to keep you spicy. This is the quiz channel. If you haven't done already, oh, the wife has walked in. If you haven't done already, then subscribe to the channel, keep the vibe alive. Let's keep happy during this COVID period. Big love. Have a great weekend. See you soon. Ciao.